So we talked about the last episode, we talked about the PFF mock draft and how Devonta Smith was at, fell to us at 11 and that the Eagles were taking a Trey Lance at 6 or whatever. And I was like, this is not real. What is going on? I think I understand what's happening. In this latest PFF mock draft, there's going to be like a new mock draft each week. So it's going to be a little maddening. And I actually did 3 mock drafts of my own because I'm psychotic. They have the Eagles taking Devonta Smith at 6, which makes more sense. And to be honest, I don't see any of the 3 receivers dropping to us. Jamar Chase, Jalen Waddle, Devonta Smith. I just don't see it. I think the teams ahead of us have that need to pick up a receiver. And I did the rundown. You got to figure Jags go quarterback. Jets, who knows? I mean, it was, we're going to go quarterback. Darnold's not the answer, to now we're going to trade Darnold to get Watson. But then that means you're not going to get a top receiver because you have to trade that first pick. Do they stick with Darnold and not trade for Watson? And then they probably go receiver. But then you have like the Bengals, the Lions. There are a bunch of teams ahead of us that need receivers. So I just don't see any of them coming down to us. And, when I posted that video on YouTube, there was a comment that said Devonta Smith is too skinny and that we need to go for an edge rusher. And they suggested, I'm going to butcher this, Kwity Paye. Definitely sounds like a rapper. Awesome name. I mean, I can dig it. So, and after doing a little brief research and going through all these mock drafts, it feels like Kwity Paye is the guy to go for if the receivers are off the board. I think the Cowboys will have their receivers in place, so they're not going to go with a receiver. They're probably going to stick with the cornerback Caleb Farley at 10. This latest mock draft had the Giants picking tight end Kyle Pitts from Florida. He generated a 96.2 PFF grade this year, 6'6", 240, caught 43 passes, 770 yards, and 12 touchdowns this season for Florida. Was named first team All-American and received the John Mackey Award, which goes to the nation's top tight end. He dominated unlike any other tight end we'd ever seen when he lined up out wide in single coverage. Pitts went toe-to-toe press coverage when lined up out wide for 40 receiving snaps this season and came away with 7 explosive receptions of 15-plus yards or more on those opportunities. We have never seen a tight end record more than 2 of those in a single year before Pitts this season. So, okay, if you're going to move on from Evan Ingram, I wouldn't mind moving on to that. So I did 3 mock drafts. And in the first one, I did decide to stick with Kyle Pitts. I got a B for PFF. It's like, yo, dude, you guys just said they should select him, and now you're going to give me a B. And then in a second pick, I went the needs that PFF had said for us, there were only 2 needs according to them: guard and edge rusher, which I thought was a little bananas. So I kind of tried to stick to that. And so I went with Wyatt Davis from Ohio State with the 43rd overall pick. I got a B+. And then I went edge rusher with the next 2, Tyreek Smith from Ohio State and Ronnie Perkins from Oklahoma. And I went a center from BC and then a guard from Notre Dame with the last 2 picks. Overall draft grade of a B. The next mock draft one I did go Kwity Paye. With the first one, I got an A. So I liked it a lot. And I feel like we should definitely, thank you, YouTube commenter, we should go with Kwity Paye as the edge rusher with our first pick overall. And then I went linebacker with the next one, Chaz Surratt from North Carolina. And then I went center, Ronnie Perkins again. I don't know, he just kept jumping out at me. And I went Tommy Kramer again, guard from Notre Dame. And with the last pick, I went Whop Philyor, wide receiver from Indiana. That one got a B+. So not bad. And then the last one, I went with Jalen Waddle was available. I don't know how, but he was. I got an A for that. And then I went with Wyatt Davis again and Tommy Kramer, Creed Humphrey. And then the other 2 that I hadn't drafted yet were Brenton Cox Jr., edge rusher from Florida, and then Trill Williams, cornerback from Syracuse. I can't pass up on a dude named Trill. That's too Trill. I mean, the options that we're looking at for that first pick, realistically, Kyle Pitts, tight end, Kwity Paye, edge rusher from Michigan. I don't know that Chase, Waddle, or Smith are going to fall to us. Would be nice, but I don't think so.